And now I'm going to announce our next lecturer. This is Marko Lohert from Ecobit, and he will be talking to us about plugin AI from the cloud with cognitive services. So, Marko, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Well, artificial intelligence is getting used more and more often for more and more use cases. And have you noticed that some of those use cases are actually common? Recognizing a photo, a face on a photo, recognizing face on a photo, translating from one language to another. Why should we build those stuff every time from the beginning? Why couldn't we just use existing models, pre-trained models? Okay, take that idea and put it in the cloud. And you got cognitive services, pre-trained models in the cloud. Well, how easy or how hard it is to use it? Well, when I came here, I brought my laptop, put it here, and I even brought my own power generator. I just plug in electricity from the floor, and it works. Can we do something similar with this technology? Okay, so what I would like to talk is first, let's see what are the options for artificial intelligence in the cloud, and let's concentrate on one, cognitive services. There are 20 plus cognitive services. We can actually talk, each of those services can be talked for itself. We can present a whole hour about each service. So I will not go into too many details, I will say only a few things. Actually, I believe most of you are software developers. So, the best way to learn about cognitive services is to see a source code, to see it in the action. And in the end, we'll say a few words about Docker. So, if we are in the cloud, Azure cloud, we can use several options. For full data science environments, we can use Azure Machine Learning. We can use data science virtual machines. They are powerful, but they will also take time, our time to build something. We can use popular frameworks in Azure, like TensorFlow, like PyTorch. Or we can go for pre-trained models, we can go for something that's fast and easy to use for things that are common artificial intelligence problems. So, the number of services is about 20, and it's growing. We have some services that are new, that are currently in preview. And what's the benefit of having pre-trained models? We're saving time, and saving time for developers that can build something real fast. If I have to build applications that can recognize face in a photo, and tell me, is that face happy or sad? Can I do it by the lunchtime? Well, I hope I can. I hope I can, and we'll see. So, the basic idea, first of all, we need a key. We need the key from Azure, the key that we will use to communicate with Azure. This is paid service, after all. There are some services. Previous services are usually free, but for most of the services you have to pay something. To use cognitive service, first you need to take text or image and send it to cloud together with the key. You have two options, SDKs or REST API. There are SDKs for C#, Java, Python, Node.js, or you can use REST API and get JSON back and analyze it like JSON. Send data and just wait result, and you will get info from the cognitive services in the cloud. This will be much easier to see, much better to see in the demo. There are a number of services, so we can divide them in 5 categories. Vision deals with recognizing stuff on a picture or in a video. We can recognize faces. We can do optical recognition, handwritten text. Speech, there are 2 services. They will help us with speech to text, text to speech. speech translation. In real time, we can do speech translation. Languages, those services actually try to understand what it is that our customer are telling us. For example, imagine you have a product that you're selling, and on your web page, your customers can write a feedback. There is a service that can analyze that feedback and tell you, are customers happy or not? Decision helps us make decisions. We can analyze text and also can find anomalies. Imagine you have a number of IoT devices. They're sending you some measurements back. Those measurements can vary, but you want to pick up anomalies. Pick up if something is not as usual. Artificial intelligence can help. The last group is search. Well, it's obvious what it does, but it also can do spell checking. If you need spell checking in your application, just plug it in. Let's go with the first one, vision. Computer vision is a service that can help you analyze an image. In this example, it will tell you that there are few people sitting around the table. If you need to concentrate on the faces, get emotions, get gender, age, you have a specialized service called face. The other services, like Ink Recognizer, can help you analyze it. Handwritten text. Video indexer can extract data from video. It can recognize famous people in video, get text from video. Custom vision, well, that's interesting. I have told you that all the artificial intelligence is actually happening in the cloud, that we are using pre-trained models, but you can additionally train the model. With custom vision, you can take the model and train it additionally. For example, I could train it to recognize people with green eyes. And there's nobody with green eyes in this photo. Form Recognizer is currently in preview, and its idea is to take a form on paper and put it in digital form. I would like to stop here. Before going to other services, let's do that. Things will look much more interesting in the demo, at least for me. First of all, I need a key. I need a key to communicate with Azure. Go to Azure, create a resource, type cognitive or something like it, and you can get a key. Here you can get a key for 4 groups, for vision, language, search, and speech. Before, you had to go and get a key for every single service. It's quite easy. Create, enter name, location, there's an endpoint. And when I will create, a few moments later, I will get key and an endpoint. In order to save time, I'll just go to another tab. Previously, I have created this service. I have this resource, I have this key, and this endpoint. Actually, I have 2 keys, but it's okay to use only one. Only the first one is enough. Please note, I have a regenerate key button. So if you write down the key, I will click the regenerate button. Okay? It looks like nobody is writing it down. Okay. So, I would like to do a demo, and here's the story. Imagine we're all working in a company called Company XY. And our colleagues from HR department has asked us for a favor. They need a simple application that they can use. What's the problem? They are collecting data, actually photos from all the employees for the employee badges. They need photos for the badges. But what are people doing? They're uploading photos from the holidays, photos from their pets, and HR doesn't want to go look at every single photo and think, is this John or is it John's cat? So, okay, it's a demo app. It will have only this functionality. For technical details, it's .NET Core 3.0. It was released this Monday, so I'm using it here. I'm using C# 8, and I'm using Blazor. Anybody work with Blazor? Okay, we have one. Cool. So, this photo, I can upload a photo. Let's see. This is obviously not, I think, holiday 2. Okay, holiday 2. I can upload it, and it's something that will end up on my employee badge. Not a cool thing. Also, our colleagues at Human Resources have decided that they want to keep things friendly in the office. So if somebody uploads an image with an angry face, we cannot accept that. We don't want people with angry faces on their employee pages. Okay, it doesn't have to be happy. Nobody says that you have to be happy at work. You can be surprised. You can show fear. You can be neutral. It's all okay. So let's get started. Let's include the first service. I will have to change a number of files. So in order to save some time, I will not use a number of snippets. I will just move to another branch. I have prepared a few branches. And when I move to this branch, I will get some logic. I have separated in single file subscription key and cognitive service endpoint. I will go to this endpoint using that subscription key. Okay, it's a demo app, so I am writing it down. My first thing that I will do is include Nuget packages. You see, I'm doing SDK, I'm using SDK, so I have to include this Nuget package. This Nuget package is used only for this service. For other services, you will need another Nuget package. Once installed, we can start using that data. Face client is a class that we will use. Give it a subscription key, give it an endpoint, and you are almost done. You have to select what to analyze. We will analyze actually everything that can be analyzed, from age to makeup, hair, glasses, emotions, facial hair, noise. And we have an image in a form of a byte array. We have to turn it into a stream, and ta-da! We are coming to the most important line in our application. Here be artificial intelligence. So I'm using this line to send the data to cloud. Pretrained model will analyze the data, send me back results. And this is the point where I'm actually plugging in artificial intelligence. The result will be a list of detected faces. Let's see what can we get. Let's go with the breakpoint right away, and let's pick up. Nice family photo for an employee badge. Okay. Detected faces. Well, actually, we have the complete family. Let's pick up this one. We get the rectangle where the face is located in the image. But also, we can get attributes. From age to gender to glasses to makeup to emotions. Actually, this is a list of emotions. You're getting a score between 0 and 1 for every emotion. This obviously prepared image, and somebody has trained their smile, so this person looks completely happy. the age is actually quite correct. I have tried with my photo and it had guessed my age completely correct. So in another news, I have decided not to use my photo, and we will use a photo from one of Croatian footballers. Just and another thing, this method that we are talking about is used in a verified photo. It will take a photo and write a correct error message. This is, that's not artificial intelligence. That's just quickly picking an error message for our users to see. Okay. So with family, I'm getting appropriate error message. Well, this is the face I would like to see on my colleague's employee badge. It doesn't look friendly at all. Okay, so we have seen one cognitive service, we have seen one way of accessing cognitive service. The other is REST. Can we do something better than just write an error message? Can we help the user? You see, sometimes artificial intelligence and biological intelligence will not see the things the same way. There are movies about that. And I would like to add another feature in this application. I would like to write down a message, what is actually artificial intelligence seeing on this image. For that, I will first of all go to another branch and use computer vision cognitive service, another cognitive service. And this time I will use it via REST call. So I don't need a Nuget package now. I will create HTTP client, set some data, decide what I would like to be analyzed. I need to change a little thing about our endpoint, add some vision v2.0, and here, this is the place where I'm plugging in artificial intelligence. It's simple post. We are sending image to cloud, and we are waiting for a response, JSON with all the necessary data. And at the end, I have a simple helper method that will combine multiple descriptions. You see, I can get more than one line from the cloud. If artificial intelligence can define my image with multiple captions, with multiple descriptions, it will send me multiple lines. So let's see. Holiday. Obviously no faces, so we are going for the JSON, and let's see what will come back. JSON visualizer, I can see a category. It's outdoor, it's ocean and it's beach. I can see the most dominant colors and description. I can see a generated text, and I'm interested in caption. That's the single line that will define the image. What artificial intelligence is seeing in this image is a beach with palm trees and a body of water. And I'm getting that as a hint. Okay, let's go for another image. We're in chocolate factory. There's somebody buying chocolates here. Okay, artificial intelligence is seeing a person standing in the front of the store. Let's go for another example. A group of people playing football. not only people, but artificial intelligence knows what's going on here. And for one last example, we have this image. Let me just. You all know who this is. Okay. So if I use this image, the response will be this. So cognitive services do know how to recognize locomotive. Okay, with this, I would like to finish my demo and continue talking about services. We have a few minutes left, so I will shortly describe every service. Speech services deal with turning text into speech and speech into text. Speaker recognition, it's an interesting service. You can actually recognize somebody by the speech, by the way that he's talking. You have to train the model, but also you can use pre-trained models, like model for Barack Obama, President Bush. Language is a group of services that can help us translate text from one language to another, do text analytics. You can take a piece of text and tell us, is person writing something he enjoys? Is he happy, or is that something he's angry about? Decision can help us do a number of things. There's a service called Content Moderator that will take a piece of text and check for offensive lines. It can also check for offensive images. If you need to put something on the internet, that would be good to check. Anomaly detector, I have mentioned this one. You have a number of IoT devices and getting measurements from all of them. Sometimes you get some anomalies. Artificial intelligence in cognitive services can help you detect what is actually an anomaly. Not only IoT devices, fraud. If you deal with cards, bank cards, you want to detect fraud. This can also help detect fraud. Search is the biggest group. It can do all sorts of search, and also it can do a spell check. It can do auto-suggestion. A few words about cognitive services in Docker container. You have sometimes you cannot send data to cloud. It may be that in your country it's illegal to send some kind of data to cloud. It can be a case of oil rigs that are somewhere at sea and they don't have a good enough internet connection. So you would like to take cognitive services and get it down to your Docker container and work on-premise with it. It's currently in preview, and only a subset of cognitive services are available as a Docker container. This means that you don't have to send the complete photos, text to the cloud, but something will get sent to cloud. It's data about your usage of cognitive services that has to go to cloud. And in the end, let's talk about what we've seen in this presentation. If you have a common problem that can be solved with pre-trained model, you can use cognitive services. Those 20 plus cognitive services are divided into speech, vision, language, decision, and search categories. To use it, you have two options. One is to use language-based SDKs, C#, Java, Python, Node.js. The other option is to use REST call and get a JSON back. Also, if you cannot send data to cloud, use cognitive services in Docker container. And this is the point where we are ready for your questions. We have a few minutes, 2 minutes for Q&A. Any interesting question?
does Microsoft store our images with its provider learning?
No. I have checked this one before sending my image to the cloud. I have checked this. No, they are not storing those images. They have probably enough images to learn. Also, my demo app is not storing images. I know with GDPR I have.
But did they ask Luka Modric or assign it to
Well, my guess is no. They have not contacted him. There are a number of celebrities that can be found via cognitive services. And I don't think that nobody's getting paid for that. Well, that would be all from me. If you have any questions, feel free to stay here, or if you want to discuss anything about cognitive services. And at this point, I would like to thank you for coming to my talk. I hope you had a great time.